have Rick Surrency in with us from the school board.
Good morning.
Supervisor of election. I get it
Whoops.
wrong every time. That's why I try not to say it.
I've been called a lot of things, but not that.
Well, yeah, I have heard you call a lot of things over the years, but usually it's about another team on a ball field.
Never been called Charles Overture, though.
I know, but
I'm not worthy.
But he's a good guy.
He
really
is.
So,
yeah, I respect him.
Superintendent of Schools, Rick Surrency.
Thank you.
And I don't know why I have a problem with that, but I do. I've had a problem since the day you got elected calling you that.
You used to call me Coach or something else.
Coach or Rick or whatever.
Yeah.
That's just the way it was. And so I just have had a real hard time putting that title there, and you well earned it.
Well, thank you. And I walked in the studio and saw Taylor Douglas on the other side, and I thought I was in a time warp.
Time warp. We love it when Taylor comes in. Yesterday, Marcia sent brownies in. Need to make sure you get one of those for you.
I saw one sitting on the table.
And today he brings donuts in. And I keep saying, well, maybe we'll get she does a breakfast casserole that is to die for. I keep thinking, maybe that's going to make it in. Or the pound cake that she makes. It's really good that she sends us every now and then.
You need to ask Taylor if he's running for something. All these
running away from something. He's running away from work. But Marcia's helping out in Charlie's office.
Yeah.
So she's not home doing the cooking that she used to do. I think he's ready for her to come back from work.
Well, I see Charlie on a regular basis. He's our board attorney. So,
yeah. Fine young man, such a wonderful product of Putnam County Schools.
Well, Charlie's just an example of many of our students who have gone off to college and come back and given back to the county.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I run into him periodically, and I keep thinking, you're not old enough to have that beard. You still ought to be about 10. But such a sweet guy, and he does so much for this community.
Yeah, he really is. Done a great job for Putnam County.
So tell me what's going on in Putnam County Schools.
Well, we have a school board meeting today, and I'm very happy to announce that the school board is going to be entertaining 2 recommendations today from a committee that was formed to look into renaming 2 of our facilities after 2 distinguished gentlemen in our county. Don't know if you heard about that.
I heard about one of them.
Yeah. Well, first one is the old Mosley campus on Hudson Avenue on the east side of Hudson, which is where St. John's River State College is leasing that facility from our school district now to provide post-secondary career and technical opportunities. That structure is going to be renamed pending the board approval after Bill Thomas.
Okay.
Bill, is a former superintendent and actually was had a lot to do with St. John's Rivers Community College being.
You mean the junior college?
Yeah, you're right.
Back in my day.
A couple colleges back. Junior college, thank you. Was formed back in the early 60s, late 50s, early 60s. So Bill had a lot to do with that. And, of course, being a long-time superintendent here.
That was before I ever came to Pulaski, but I remember when this college opened.
Yeah, he had a lot to do with that. And actually, the college started, they met at the at First Baptist Church.
I didn't know that.
Yep, sure did. And then,
my sister came in '66. So that's kind of when I got to know it. And it hadn't been open too long then.
Right.
And the dorms were open, and they were not owned by the college because they could not own them. But they had 6 girls to a room over there. But it was the only campus. It wasn't an Orange Park campus. It wasn't a St. Augustine campus. Everything was right here.
That's right. And then, that whole side of town has blossomed since that time. But along 19 and that whole area. But I also want to point out that the Ag Farm, which is out located in Francis, is going to be, pending board approval, is going to be renamed after John Eubanks.
I thought they had already done that.
Well, the committee has been meeting and having hearings about it, but the board has to officially approve that. So that's what will happen today. And I'm sure members of both families will be there, and I'm sure there will be, some type of ceremony at a later time.
Yeah, John was such a big inspiration with vocation in
Sure.
ag, taught ag, all of that.
Longtime county commissioner. And, if you come to the meeting or you tune in live today, you'll hear a lot of the accolades.
You'd be there all day reading those.
Oh, yeah.
Be there all day.
But it's just an
But
example.
he was such a fine man. Did a lot
Really
for
is.
young men.
Well deserved. So, and as we know, John recently passed away, but this is an opportunity for us to recognize his contributions and Bill's contributions. And, what a way our community can give back to those people who have kind of laid the groundwork for our students today. So it's a great time for Putnam County, and I like these kind of events.
Yeah, those are good kind of events. What else we got going on?
Well, I want to announce. I don't know if you read the paper last week, and we had something on Facebook, but we're actually expanding Cambridge to a second school at the elementary level. As you know, James A. Long is the site of our Cambridge elementary school here in town, and we did some testing of our students in the district and found that Kelly Smith, the students at Kelly Smith tested to the level where we feel like a second Cambridge program would be beneficial for the students at Kelly Smith. And also, that's not just limited to Kelly Smith students. Other students could also transfer to that site as well. So again, it's just showing that how our level of instruction here in Putnam County is rising to meet the needs of our students, and that learning is also increasing. So I think it's a great opportunity for our students in Putnam County.
I think it's a great thing. I like Cambridge in the schools because if you take all of your top students out, your school grades drop. So by having the Cambridge there, that helps keep those grades up.
Yeah, and again, that's one of those side things that happens.
Yeah.
But our main thing is to meet the needs of those students who you need that extra level of instruction.
And there are times, because I had, out of the 3 boys, I had one that needed that and was the class clown because he didn't have it, and he was, Andy had a photographic memory, it was unreal. And the other 2 struggled with testing, and Andy just, and he did that all the way through college. He never, I don't think, cracked a book, but he was too interested in playing baseball, but at least he didn't have to worry about his grades. But it does, so it would have been good for him to have had that, to have had something to challenge him a little bit more.
Well, challenge is the key word there. I think
you have to challenge the child no matter what level he's on.
Right. The worst thing in the world is a child that is capable of performing at a higher level, and we don't meet those needs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but that goes to all levels.
Sure, it does.
They're never going to be any better than you expect them to be.
Right. And this is part of a whole chain of schools, if you will. Students can go to Cambridge at James A. Long, Kelly Smith now. They can feed into the 6th grade center where we have Cambridge. And then
I forget that you have Cambridge at CLO.
Right. And ultimately they can go to QI,
high school, yeah.
High school. So, and Jenkins has accelerated programs as well. So we have opportunities. We have Cambridge, Crescent City.
I was going to ask you, what did we have in the south and the west end of the county for Cambridge?
Yeah, Cambridge we started that last year in Crescent City. So those students don't have to ride a bus 40 miles to go to.
How about Interlochen? Do we have anything out there?
Well, Interlochen, I'm glad you asked. At Interlochen High and at Palaca High, we have the Collegiate High School.
Okay.
I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah, we have, and I'd forgotten about the Collegiate High School, but you're right.
So, and again, we have, we have Cambridge programs in the West as well. So, again, we have those feeder systems where kids can have choices. That's a big thing.
So often when you say Cambridge, everybody thinks of QI.
Right. And
they forget about the other schools being involved in it and all that. That's always good to remind people about.
Yeah, and it's all about choices, and we talk a lot about, that talks about college opportunities. Not everybody's going to college.
Not everybody needs to go to college. What are we going to do if everybody goes to college and we don't have a plumber or somebody like that? We got to have those.
Well, we talk a lot about, we started the advanced manufacturing program at all 3 of our high schools. And
that's exciting.
Yeah. So that gives kids an opportunity, if they want to stay here and get a job at GP or Seminole, that's the way they can get a high pay and high demand job. I also want to announce that we're also looking at creating a public service academy. And what that entails are those students who might be interested in firefighting, law enforcement, medical skills, those type things.
Now, will that be within the schools now, or will they be on a separate campus?
No, it'd be within our schools. Yeah.
Okay.
So again, we're still in the planning process of that, and we have people in our community who are working with us, and we're going to be reaching out to our other
And those are things, and I never thought about. I see a lot of things for academies for police, medical. Never thought about firefighters.
Yeah, and I meant to say firefighters and EMTs.
Yeah.
Right. So that big demand for that.
You don't get one vehicle without the other vehicle.
Right.
They travel in packs.
But just think about it. You could get that training, and then just take a test, at some point in time and be certified to be a firefighter or EMT.
That's wonderful. That, or at least be able to get into their programs to finish it off. Because some of those aren't easy. We got anything else going on? But that's lots. But
That's a lot.
And
Yeah.
especially for the Christmas break coming up.
Yeah.
Because Friday's the last. What? Friday the last day?
Friday's early release day. Yeah, it's hard to believe Christmas is a week away.
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, this our students have worked hard, and our teachers have worked hard. We all need a break, and 2-week break. And remember last year, school went right up to Christmas.
Because it was on a Monday.
And
you're pretty much going right up to Christmas this year. It's on a Tuesday.
So I kind of like it. I mean, if you get your Christmas shopping done and that type thing, but afterwards,
have you done your Christmas shopping yet?
It's in progress. Yeah.
It's in progress. Oh, I can guarantee you, my husband hasn't even thought about it. He'll think about it about the 28th.
Yeah, it's in progress, so that's all I'm going to say about that.
Hey, look, my husband go, is it the 24th yet?
Or as we say at school, it's pending.
It's pending? Yeah, I know how that goes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a little downtime, and I always love watching the bowl games, football games afterwards.
I hate this 2 weeks because of football. Of course, I'm not a big football fan. I enjoy watching our local teams play, but college football and professional football, if I don't see another game, would be too soon.
Well, that's just part of it.
Me.
Needs to find whatever that is
They just
to
need
relax.
to find their release.
Yeah.
Give me a good. I usually go read a book.
Yeah. Well, that's okay too.
And I go read a book, and just a quick reminder: if you can't figure out what to give somebody for Christmas, give them a book.
But I do read the newspaper every morning online,
I
so I don't
can't.
have to walk out to the paper box.
Oh, come on now, Rick. That's just being lazy. Of course, I didn't go get bills out of town. I don't think I've gotten the paper out of my box yet either. It's a little early for me when I go out there. And, mine's at the house by 4.
Yeah, that's about. I guess mine gets there. It's there when I wake up, But,
I keep telling everybody, I'll just be glad to call you when I get up in the morning.
Speaking of technology, I don't know if I mentioned too, something that we're going to be starting is teaching digitally, where we can have equipment. It's like virtual or distance learning, where we are trying to pilot some programs where a teacher in one school can teach a class and students in another school.
Well, it's like virtual schools.
Yeah, and again, that's just the way of the future. So we're going to be working on that.
It's like they're trying to FaceTime you because they can't figure out how to make the board work, and I'm in another town, and they're in here with FaceTime, and I'm going, that button.
Yeah.
Hit that button. So, we've done that around here a few times. Thank goodness for Facebook's all I can tell you.
Yeah, it works good, especially when you have family out of town. You can FaceTime with them.
It's how I've kept up with my grandchildren.
Yeah, me too. I've got some out-of-state grandchildren.
And I'll be glad when Macy will slow down long enough to talk to us. Right now, she just wants a tablet to carry with her rather than you trying to talk.
That's funny.
But she's 2, so going to do that. Well, Merry Christmas.
You too, Susan.
God bless, and we'll see you in the new year.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We always love having you come in and tell us what's going on.
And by the way, I want to announce we have one school board meeting in January, on January 15th, I believe, and that is a night meeting.
Good.
So we're having 4 of those night meetings. That will be our first one in 2019.
So that'll be the only thing. You come in before that so we can talk about that some. Because I have heard from a couple of people, they don't ever have it. So I want to make sure that they all know that that meeting's coming up.
Well, we want to pack the house because that's an
Yeah.
opportunity for people to come see the school board in action
And it's an
live.
opportunity for the school board to understand people do care.
Sure. So come out. That's January 15th at 6 p.m. at the school board office.
All right, we appreciate you coming in.
All right. Merry Christmas,
And
Susan.
don't take out of here too quick. Let me get this going because I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.